Yo, what to do? What to do? It's the Man to Man Sport Podcast, and it's your guy, Mr. Man, and I'm with my guy Nate.
Y'all know how we do it, man. You know what I'm
My
saying?
goodness.
Y'all, hey, we wish y'all can be privy to some of the behind the scenes stuff that be going on. Like we really be getting it in. This really is not
Having
like
fun, man.
Hey, it's not acting or anything. It's just all natural.
I
to
love
be
having
honest.
fun doing this podcast, man.
Hey, we be going with the producers and everything. We be getting it in. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can't make it up. I really can't. I can't make it up at all, man. Man, hey, Mr. Man, how you been doing, man?
Man, I've been good, bro. Living life,
Okay.
learning as I grow, still as an older man.
Mm-hmm.
But we was talking offset,
Yeah.
just about people in general, and
Yeah.
life in general, and work in general, man.
Yeah.
It's just a different breed of
Different generations.
different. I mean, it's just different, man. I thank God that I didn't come up in this generation because I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do, man.
I'm kind of in the middle though. Like I'm kind of like I'm not in that generation, but I'm kind of on the tail end of that generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of a little different there. You know, we kind of getting up in age, but shoot, man, only thing I did though, and I'm feeling it right now. Was I ate too much last week, man. I was.
Oh my boy, yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
Well, you know, I was in the mountains.
In the mountains?
Yeah. Not Brokeback Mountain, but in
I
the
hope
mountains.
I hope not.
But in the mountains, I was in the mountains. in the mountains.
Oh,
But I was. It was around 9:30, 9:45
Oh
a.m.
my goodness.
First plate. Around 10:45 to 11 a.m. Second plate. Around 1:30 a.m. No, 1:30 p.m. Third plate. Around about 3:34. Fourth plate. Probably around 7:30 to 8. Fifth plate. You know what I mean? So I was eating, sleeping, watching a little football, watching the Dallas Cowboys have their fun for now because they ain't gonna do it in the playoffs. And
Dallas Cowboy fans
that was a nice segue. But it was enjoyable. I got to see, it was a little cool up there. I got to see, on the lake, do some trails, stayed in the cabin, had some family time, just
Absolutely.
getting out,
Absolutely.
Hey, one thing though,
What's that?
I could tell I ain't been running in a while. Cause boy, them heels was. hey, about time I feel it in my calves right now, man.
Killing you,
Man, but what about you? How was your time off?
I mean, it was pretty good, man. I was solo dolo. I had my wife and baby went to Charlotte, and so I was by myself, and well, only because I had to come back to work. So,
Okay,
so
I got you.
I couldn't
We'll say
spend
that.
the whole weekend with them. But I got to talk to them. I got to see, my family, see a friend of mine, and
Okay.
and we
By yourself. Okay.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something before we get into our topics. Producers, y'all start entertaining this man by laughing behind the scenes. Y'all start laughing behind the scenes, entertaining this man because he could keep on going while y'all over there laughing.
Hey! I'm just,
So-
I'm just backing you up here. That's it.
Trust me, we are not encouraging any bad behaviors.
Hey, but I do think, this weekend it was a lot of sports wise going on. Like I was able to kind of sit back and kind of catch everything. You know what I mean? I had the screen on multiple sports channels to be able to try to catch as much sports as I could.
I really enjoyed that. But before we get into anything, I want to let all of y'all know I'm not picking LeBron James and any other thing
Here we go.
because he proved my point one more time.
We ain't even talking about LeBron.
Look, y'all were talking about he's this and he's that, and I picked him in this fantasy thing, and he didn't do nothing for me. Nothing.
That's your fault.
I
You
lost
picked
because
him.
of him.
That's your fault.
Everybody was on green but him.
That's your fault. You should have picked MJ.
So I ain't missing with LeBron James
Hey,
no more, man.
hey. Oh, quick question before we get into that. Did you catch the Ohio State Michigan game?
I did miss that game. That's the only game I did miss. I missed that game.
Here we go.
I missed that game.
Now, since you didn't see that, Michigan won. They pretty much,
Of course.
They pretty much controlled the game. I kind of figured that. I do think their coach, though, Ryan Day. I don't think they're gonna fire him because he is top tier.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think there's gonna be some rumblings there because he hasn't beat Michigan the last 3 times.
But is it? I have a problem with.
Mhm.
So is it more important to beat Michigan every year, or is it more important just to try to find a way to win? Because I follow college football, but I'm not in depth into the point to where, why would you fire somebody? I mean, Ohio State, outside of the loss to Michigan, had a really, really great season.
Yeah. I mean, they had a great season the last couple of years too.
Yeah. So
but you know how that go. Rivalries.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money there. Like even if they are not good, that game is still gonna sell out. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of just. I think it's more of homers. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think it's more of that. I think from the business wise and the business size, like I think overall it makes sense for him to stay. I don't think in a logical mindset that he would get fired. But
yeah.
I mean, we have seen multiple times, especially like in the NBA, where championship coaches and stuff they get fired.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Well,
what have you done for me lately?
Oh, and now that's a true statement, and I say that all the time. Now this is, there has been some, I wouldn't say major fires, but there's, been a couple of fires today. One of them may not be known, but the other one is. The one that's majorly known is the, Frank Reich of the formerly coach of the Carolina Panthers was fired today.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Hey man, look. Y'all may be too young to understand. I'm gonna give Frank Reich his props because he led that comeback some years ago in the '90s with the Bills were down like 30 some odd points or something like that, and they came back and beat the Houston Oilers to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you telling your age, huh?
Yeah. But no, the other one is actually my son's alma mater right now in Middle Tennessee. They released their coach today as well. So there's some moving and shaking going on.
Now, question. Since we're talking about coaching, moving, and stuff like that, who do you think? Well, I'm gonna put it like this, because I before we get in the NBA talk, I want to talk some college football.
Okay.
All right. So, do you know the top 4, like in the AP poll?
So yeah, Georgia, Alabama. Not in specific order. No, Alabama not in it. No, they're gonna be up in it, all right? No, I'm sorry, I got it confused. They're getting ready to play in an ACC championship, right? SEC championship. I'm sorry, excuse me. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna break it down to you because you're struggling over there.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Georgia. You got
Michigan.
Michigan. You got Florida State.
Oh yeah, I forgot Florida State. Yeah.
And then what's the third team? I'm missing it. I think it's Washington.
Let me get it.
Yeah, I think it's Washington. I think it's Georgia, Michigan, Washington, and Florida State. I think that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it. So if Florida State doesn't win,
Oh wow, yeah. So it's number 1 right now. Of course, the Go Dogs.
I had it right.
Yeah. So Michigan, Washington, and Florida State.
All right, so I'm not picking Florida State to win because Jordan Travis, he got hurt.
Yeah.
So Rodemaker, which came from my hometown, I don't think he has the talent that Jordan has to pretty much facilitate them to win. You know what I mean? He's a good game manager, but I think overall as having the the it gene. I don't think it's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have Florida State pulling it out. I think they'll probably win the ACC, but I think when they get into the finals or the college football playoffs, I think that pretty much is gonna be game over. You know what I mean?
I'm actually looking at the schedule for Washington, and
Not-
I'm finna go down this list.
Washington is a gamer though.
But well, that's the question I'm finna get ready to ask because I'm just looking at the schedule and everybody they beat because they're 12-0, right? So but I'm just gonna go down a few teams and just see what you think about who they played against. Because a part of the playoff push or playoff pickings is about the strength of schedule, right? And although I think it's easier this year, based on what I'm looking at now, is that these four teams, the four top teams, are all undefeated. So I think that's the easier pick. However,
You still gotta wait on the games, the championship games.
right.
For the conference.
Right. So going down here, looking at the first game, Boise State, and then Tulsa, and then Michigan State, then Cal. So Arizona, then Oregon, which is a pretty tough team anyway, and then Arizona State, Stanford, USC, Utah, Oregon, Washington State, and then Oregon again. They play Oregon on the first. So what did you think about that strength of schedule?
I think the only reason they're in there because they're undefeated, and I think the Oregon win. I think the Oregon win would propel them. Now, I do think Washington is a team that they are gamers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you get into a game, a shootout, you know what I'm saying, you might want to be worried. You know what I mean? I would pick them over Florida State. So, now, my thing is this, because I was talking to some guys. I think Alabama and Texas is who you need to watch out for.
To sneak into the playoffs? Really?
Because, think about it. All those teams you just named, if Alabama beats Georgia, that's an if. I mean, but Georgia did struggle with Georgia Tech. But it's if. If Alabama beats Georgia, they're going to be in the top four. That's going to be automatic.
Yeah, they do seem to find a way to get in there, but I think it's just because of the appeal of Alabama.
Well, I mean, you can't. I mean, think about it. Alabama. If you had Alabama to play Washington, if you had Alabama to play Michigan, if you had Alabama to play Oregon, who are you picking out of that? Exactly, right? So I mean, it really ain't no appeal, just whatever. Now Texas came on strong this year, so I would even say Texas can sneak in there, but it's all looking at conference championship games. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're looking at right now, and that's what's gonna kind of weed out everybody.
Yeah, because that's the only loss Alabama had was to Texas.
Yeah, so Texas is legit now. My thing is this, like. I know the SEC is kind of going through on the back end of some of their stuff they got going on, but I can't see, any of the conference competing with them. You know what I'm saying? Especially the top tier.
Yeah.
When you talk about the Georgias, the Alabamas, like the top tier teams, I don't see any other conference competing with them.
Yeah. Well, I definitely see if Washington lose, I definitely see them coming out. But if that's
a high chance that Washington might lose.
Right. So hypothetically, let's say they do lose, and that's one loss for them. So who do you put back in? Do you put Ohio State back in? Do you put Alabama back in? Because they both got one losses currently right now.
I think what they would do is they would put Ohio State back in. Right. I think that's what they would probably do. Because they would think about how it's gonna kind of work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of those have like big games to be played. 'Cause, last week was rivalry week.
Yeah.
So everybody was playing their rivals. You know what I mean? So now Alabama was in a close one with Auburn.
Yeah.
They were supposed to lose that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that
final play of the game.
Yeah. I mean, now I will say this though. I know we kind of a little bit all over on college football. Milroe is here to stay.
Well,
A lot of people talked about him when he went out, when he had, he was kind of getting his feet up under him. They talking about that ain't a quarterback, da 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 da. But that's the best thing y'all got smoking right now.
well, I mean, see, a lot of times when people don't play well from the beginning, and that's another thing I hate, especially when it comes to young college kids. They don't give them a chance to develop. They write them off time they have. Oh well, he didn't do that well, especially against a team like this or a team like that. But I'm just saying, if he's new to the game, right, give him some time to grow.
Well, my thing, what helped them too is the other quarterbacks wasn't that good. So that goes back to Nick Saban's position of him actually knowing who he needed to put in there.
Right.
And then it was kind of more of I told y'all this was my top guy.
Yeah.
So now I showed y'all this is my top guy.
Oh, yeah, and also looking at it too, because I watched a few of the games this year, and looking at Miller, I think he's more versatile because he gives you an option because of the run threat. You know what I'm saying? I think that gives Nick Saban, some options to do what he needs to do.
He can kind of open up the play.
Yeah, exactly. So
overall, I think there's gonna be some tough decisions being made. I think this year, the Georgia fans ain't gonna like this, but Georgia hasn't played up to the top tier ranking that we are accustomed to. They've kind of I ain't gonna say, for lack of better words, but I ain't gonna say played around, but they've kind of been a little slow in some games. You know what I mean? They haven't dominated how we think they was gonna dominate. You know what I mean?
Let me ask this question then. Since you said that, is it them not dominating, or is it because they getting everybody's A game now? Because they're going for history, right? And everybody wants to be able to knock them off and say we knocked off Georgia. You think they're getting everybody's A1 game?
Nah, I think they've been getting people A1 game. I think they don't have the caliber players that they had the last 2 years. I think that's the biggest thing. If you think about it, they had the Jalen Carters and they had, you know what I mean, like
Yeah, they had some great guys go to the pro.
like they had Nolan, you know, like that's why you think Philadelphia Eagles so good. You know what I'm saying? They whole defensive line is
all play
pretty
together. Yeah,
yeah, that's all Georgia. You know what I mean? So you had literally like 2 straight years with players that are like one of a kind. You hit the D line itself was bigger than most of the O line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it like when them jokers walked up, it was like freaking mammoths. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like you ain't gonna be able to. And then the linebacking core was good as well. So, it's one of those things that when you're working with people like that, like it's one of a kind players. Even at Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Like those players don't come around every so often. So, do they have the chance to do it? Yes. Do I think they're gonna pull it out? I'm a little iffy. I don't know this year.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I think it's gonna depend on who's actually when the final playoff setting is set. I think that's who we're gonna see if Georgia's gonna win the third in a row.
Now, if Georgia play Florida State, they're gonna win. If Georgia play Washington, they're gonna win. I think Michigan has a better chance because
I would agree with that.
Because they control the game a lot more.
I would agree with that.
Like they control, even without Harbaugh. Harbaugh ain't been there for the last couple games now.
Yeah, I mean Michigan. I think this year is the first year that I actually seen them that actually feels like they can get over that hump. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Especially at the convincing win with Ohio State. I think that's the, but again, I guess it really is going to come down to how the playoffs, who's going to be in the Final Four when it's all said and done after the championship games.
The conference championship game.
The conference championship games. This we're going to see. Because like I say, because anything can happen. All 4 of those teams, hypothetically, all 4 of those teams could lose. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they will, but if all of them lose, then it throws a wrench in everything. Because then you got to consider The other one lost teams. You know what I'm
Yeah. And strength of schedule.
saying? And strength of schedule. Exactly
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, so all that gonna come into play. Like the Georgia versus Alabama game. If Georgia lose, do you think they come? You think they coming out the top 4? No. Even if they lose,
Oh no,
they're gonna be 4.
But see, like, okay, let's say Georgia did lose. That'll be so. Then you have them having one loss, Oregon having one loss, Ohio State, Texas, and then Alabama. I wouldn't put Texas in there. I wouldn't put. I probably wouldn't put Oregon in there. So you can make a case for Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? But that means
But Washington got to win.
yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, not to say this is going to happen exactly, but I think anything can happen on any given Saturday or any given Sunday because you never know. However, you have to consider those things if it happens, and then so how do you make a decision from that point? Because if Georgia or or Georgia or Michigan loses, you have to consider Ohio State back in the top 4. You have to.
Yeah. And we're gonna see though. It's there's a lot that's gonna be happening. You know, this weekend. So we'll kind of stay close attention to it. But overall, I think it's been a more equal playing field in college football, which we've been trying to look for that because for years it was Alabama who's gonna be Alabama,
Absolutely.
and now it's Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like Georgia kind of took over that role. So, but given that,
Go Dogs.
here you go. Given that, so what do you think about this NBA season, man?
I'm kind of torn about it, man. I'm kind of torn about it.
Because it's you got your top teams, the Lakers seem to be doing better. The 76ers they doing pretty good.
I'm actually not surprised by the 76ers though.
Why you say that?
Because I think we talked about it a little bit last season.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, or maybe this season earlier. I can't remember exactly, but I think they got rid of the problem,
Oh, you talking about James Harden?
James Harden, and I think they got some.
Yeah, like you could his name was Baltimore.
Well, no,
or
I'm just saying.
something,
I think he.
the
I think
name we cannot say.
I think they got some. I think they got some continuity there now. And
I think they legit.
also too, to me, I think it gives Nick Nurse some credit because I think he's a pretty decent coach.
So who you got as number 1 team? Who's your top 3 teams in the league right now?
Top 3.
Yeah, that has the best chance to win a championship.
The Nuggets, of course. Even though they got beat down by the Rockets the other night, well, they got. I still like Denver. I like Philadelphia, and I like Boston.
So you got Denver, you got who? Philadelphia,
and Boston.
and you got Boston.
Yep. That's what I like so far at the beginning, and it may change, but
That's your championship contenders.
Yeah.
Like who you think will win the championship?
Ooh, that's a good question because then watching.
No. I'm saying that's the top 3 teams you think.
Oh,
win the
potentially win. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's trash. That's a trash top 3, man. Ain't nobody.
Trash top three.
Trash. I mean, I see the Denver Nuggets. I see that. But you got Phoenix. You got Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's trash. You talking about trash?
Get
They
out.
trash.
Get out. Right now. Hey,
Milwaukee's trash,
get out.
bro.
Milwaukee is not trash.
Milwaukee,
They got the right ingredients for a postseason run.
bro.
Like, and I don't see why you can't see that.
They
They got the right ingredients for a postseason run. Like they got Giannis that gonna play D. They got the outside threat.
I was watching the other night. Go ahead.
You go ahead. I mean, yeah, he might have missed the layup, Dame, but we talking about when you get into the nitty gritty. Like who gonna be there? Just because the 76ers is going for a run, that's fine. The New York Knicks went for a run last year. They didn't get nowhere.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
No, they didn't.
so that's why I said you're outside of the Denver Nuggets.
Mhm.
The Celtics still hasn't proven themselves to me. Like,
They
they could be a top team in the East, but if you talking about overall, you gonna throw out KD. I mean, you got Jokic, KD, and Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
That's my three.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you telling me out of those three teams, you're not gonna have the Phoenix Suns in there,
No.
and you're not gonna have
I'm a-
Milwaukee in there.
Well,
that's
No, I don't.
I have. You know what? I give the Nuggets their due.
Mm,
I don't want to, but I give them their due, right? But if I had to pick three, yeah, that'd be my three. That'd be my three.
I don't
I'll stay with those.
I'm just saying. Look, those are just. There's a lot of other teams that I just do my top three. You asked me top three. However,
Yeah, top three. Because
But-
after that, it would be for me. I would probably I'd probably have to go Golden State, and then I'll be honest, Boston would be a hard to get in my top five.
I think Golden State. I think they reached their limit.
What you mean, Golden State?
Yeah, I think they reached their
Man,
limit.
Golden State ain't reached their limit, man.
Dude,
Golden State beat Boston Celtics.
nah.
Hey, you had to think about it though.
Nah.
You had to think about
I'm
it.
gonna tell you. See, I wish we can go back in time and listen to some of these commentators we talked about in the beginning when I said some things.
They archive.
But listen what I'm trying to tell you. What team did I say is going to be a sleeper team because of one guy?
Oh,
Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
man, you still stuck on them?
They number one in the West right now.
Okay,
12-4.
okay.
I'm trying to tell you. Look, y'all need to listen to me and start listening to Nate. I'm trying to tell y'all.
First of all, we come to the conclusion that regular season don't mean nothing.
I don't.
You look at the Kings, Sacramento Kings last year.
Listen.
Look at the Kings last year.
Listen, I didn't say
I'm just
anything.
saying.
I didn't say anything about them winning.
Okay.
I'm just saying they are an approved team and they're gonna be something to deal with.
We just talked about championship contenders. Then
I'm
you were talking about watch out for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Watch out for the Minnesota
because
Timberwolves.
Anthony Edwards.
I'm telling you, that's
and
a dog.
He a dog. I give him that.
He a
He a
dog,
dog,
bro.
and he'll go to the hole, but he ain't got that outside jumper that's consistent.
But that's
He don't. Tell me he do. Tell me he do. Tell me it's consistent. Yeah, I like it. It ain't in. It ain't in. Now he gonna have to work
It
on.
is
He's gotten better.
consistent.
He's gotten better. But when it come down to
Anthony
game time,
Edwards is the big part of the reason why the Wolves are number one in the West.
yeah. I mean, you're
Nah,
correct.
he's a big part of
You're
that
correct
reason.
about that. I don't see them getting past the second round. I call it right now. I don't see them getting past the second round. I don't see them. So, question. And then I'm gonna mess you up with
Ladies
this.
and gentlemen.
I'm gonna mess you up with this. Do you see Anthony Edwards them beating the Boston Celtics? you know, like, come on now.
I don't really see Anthony Edwards and them going to the NBA Finals. Not this year. Anyway.
Okay, then don't even bring out their name then.
But I'm just saying
Point made.
they're a great team right now. I'm still going with Boston to win it all the way around anyway.
But they gonna hurt your heart.
Nah, I don't think so.
You ain't even got green on. They gonna hurt your heart.
I think it's gonna be Boston and Denver in the NBA Finals.
I don't think so.
I
I
think
think
it
Boston.
is.
I think Boston. They can get beat by Miami.
No way.
Hey.
No
now,
way.
that's one person that
No way.
that the regular season
No way.
will be totally different than the
No
postseason.
way. No way.
Jimmy Buckets has proven that the last
No way.
what producer the last 3 years maybe.
No way.
The last 3 years,
And I love
Jimmy
Jimmy
Buckets
B.
has not.
I love JB.
He's played like a bench player during the regular season,
I love
and then
JB.
becomes an all-star during the postseason.
They don't have enough. They don't
never have enough.
That's the reason. That's the reason they won't win.
They don't never have enough. And guess what?
That's the reason they won't
Guess
win.
what? Who they beat last year?
Who you talking about?
Miami Heat. Who they beat last year?
And what?
I'm saying who they beat last year in the postseason. Just name out the team. I'll wait.
You talking about?
I'll wait. No, I'll wait. This is the answer. I'll wait. I'll wait.
So you
patiently.
bringing up? We
No,
talking
no,
about?
I'm just saying.
We're talking about this year, and you keep bringing up last year.
No. I'm saying I'm bringing up consistent trends. That's what I'm bringing up. Who they be?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask.
Delight.
Let me answer a question.
confused.
Let me
I'm
answer a
confused.
question with a question.
What?
Did the Miami Heat win?
But that ain't
So what's your point?
I didn't pick the Miami Heat.
I didn't either.
But I'm just saying they beat your team that you picked.
Last year. And
I'm telling you,
I thought we was currently talking about this year.
But I know we are talking about this shit. And I'm saying when you get to the postseason, that they from previous trends that they've had, they're not cut out in the postseason.
But
they've always been a high caliber team that had I would probably go even to say they probably had the better team, and they can't get over the hump.
Teams like Boston always improving. They seem to be improving now, especially with.
They've been improving the last 3 years, and guess what? They always got beat by a team that had less talent than them. The last 3 years, who they lost to? Think about it. Who have they lost to?
Now, when they lost to the NBA Finals to the Golden State Warriors.
No, I'm talking even before.
That's the last 3 years. I think.
Okay, all right. The other 2 years.
But I'm just
other 2 years. Other 2 years.
But I'm just saying, why are you bringing up something we ain't got no business to talk about? I thought we were talking about currently.
We are talking about current, but I'm saying the consistent trend of history has something to do with where they at right now. I'm not going to pick them to win, and they got the same roster of people.
So a roster of the same people can't improve?
They can improve.
Okay, so that's what they've done.
So the last 3 years they improved.
By being the number one team in the East right now.
Okay.
Thus far.
Okay.
You know, I mean, yes, we always going to make the arguments at the beginning of the season, but right now, their ability to play has proven them to put them in first place in the East. So,
okay. And they've been first place in the East before.
No,
have they not? Have they
not?
Mr. Mann, have they not?
This man, look. Mm-hmm. Are we talking about facts when it comes to
it is facts. I just spit every fact in the book of NBA.
All you talking about, but you talking that's semantics. We're talking semantics.
What do you mean?
That's semantics.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
How though? Okay, break it down to me.
Because the original question, the original point was who was going to do it this year.
Okay, yes.
But the points you keep making are all about the last 2 or 3 years.
No, I was saying consistent trends.
But if that's your logic, Boston has been consistent too. They just haven't won, just like Miami.
So why would you pick them? Why would you pick them?
Well, Miami is in the same boat because they've been consistent. They haven't won either.
I never picked Miami. That's the thing. And you didn't pick Miami, but you picked Boston. That's what I'm saying.
But you're comparing.
Okay.
Boston, who they lost to, and who've been better than them with less talent, which is Miami. That's what you've been bringing up.
And they were better than them when they lost to them.
It don't matter if they lost to them or who was better. The point of the matter is, if you're trying to talk about Boston, Miami's in the same boat.
Well, I'm saying this. I'm saying this. This year, Boston will not make it past the second round, and they will be beat by a team that has lesser talent than them. That's what I'm saying this year, since you want to talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end on that note because I'm about to do him like Homer Simpson do Bart Simpson, put a chokehold on this man.
He's always talking about semantics and stuff and all that type of stuff. It ain't what it is. Y'all know how we come. Y'all know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, because you know I'm all up in. Hey, you know what I do. You know, it's me.
Get on my nerves and I let him do it every single time.
It ain't getting on your nerves if I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. But hey, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, follow us on all social medias, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. Make sure y'all follow us on YouTube too. Make sure y'all get our views up. Hey, we appreciate y'all, and we out.
Man to man.
Yo, this the Man Sports Podcast. Y'all know how we coming, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm about to destroy this, man. You know what I mean? So y'all know how we doing it, man. Hey, this is your boy Nate. This is your boy Mr. Man. How you doing, Mr. Man?
I'm good, and y'all don't listen to anything he's talking about.
Y'all
see where I had my head down the whole time. I ain't paying attention to this.
Well, hey, he know it. He know what time it is. He know how I'm coming, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna get right to it, man. Who you got? NFL wise, who you got winning the championship?
I'm gonna go with who I thought should have won last year.
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
Now the Eagles. All right. Now I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. The Eagles, they are a prolific team, and I'm
Go ahead.
I'm not mad if they do win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think they're getting a lot of the limelight when somebody else should be getting limelight. Because we already know about the Eagles, right?
Who should be getting it?
I think it's the Baltimore Ravens. Because they all, this whole offseason, they talked about Lamar Jackson and he's not a prolific quarterback. He doesn't deserve the money. He doesn't do this. And correct me if I'm wrong. Are they number one in their division?
They are.
So my thing is this. To all the naysayers out there, 'cause I was big on Lamar Jackson. I seen him. I watched him
I can tell.
I watched him when he was in high school. I watched him when he was in college.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? So, his game is different, yes. Is it built long-term wise? No. But can he do it? Yes. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are like, well, he trying to get that big contract. And they was hating on him because he had no agent. Him and his mom, they pretty much handled all the financial stuff, blah, 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 whatever. And they was like, yeah, he can't do this. He can't do that. You had NFL owners, bless your heart. He had NFL owners pretty much talking about something, he's not the quarterback that I would get, da-da-da-da-da. Prove him wrong. Prove him wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Prove him wrong. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those situations where I feel like at the end of the day, if he wins the championship,
You need some help?
for me, no, I don't need no help. You're gonna need some help in a minute when I get done with you.
Do you need?
He.
Do you want to take a break or something?
No. We don't need to take no break. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure you hear me.
I'm just trying to check.
I just want to make sure you hear me.
I'm just trying to make sure you're okay.
Hey, I'm just trying to make sure
You triggered because the last couple of episodes you've been slamming the table, man.
No, I ain't been slamming the table the last couple episodes. I ain't slamming the table.
Well, I mean, lately you've been slamming the table.
No, I ain't been slamming the table.
Hold on, excuse me. Before you go to your point,
Uh-huh.
producers, y'all my witnesses. Had this man been slamming the table?
I ain't been slamming the table.
So far, this has been the second episode.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, it's only twice.
Maybe the third episode that you slammed the table and pretty much started all over here inside a control booth. Knocked off maybe a day off my life.
Dude, I'm.
Hey, I just want you to be attentive to what I'm about to say.
I'm listening.
Okay,
But
all right.
Oh,
So,
we hear you.
my thing is this.
hold on. What triggered you, man?
Ain't nothing tricking me.
Oh.
So my thing is this.
You
I
sure
think
you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, let me point out, man.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
and my thing is this. When are we gonna start giving him the respect that he is due?
You know what? I hate to say this.
Oh Lord.
No, it's not a bad thing. I hate to say this because I believe in the Lamar LJ too. I really do. But he will not get the respect he deserves until he wins. That's sad to say. I really hate to say that.
Because he's already been the MVP of the league.
The MVP of the league and arguably an MVP now, along
Yeah.
with Jalen Hurts. But like you said earlier when we was talking off screen, a lot of times when you're talking about up and coming players, up and coming teams, and improvement and all that kind of stuff, it's always about what have you done for me lately. While we're winning and while we're doing good, it all seems well. But time we have one bad season or one couple of streaks of bad games where we lose 2 and 3 in a row, we forgot about all the MVP, stuff. Now all of a sudden it's an issue. Now we need to look somewhere else, which I always hate because they always, and I'm finna go on a rant. I can feel it coming.
No, go ahead.
No, because it's
I'm
like
gonna shut it down in a minute. Go ahead.
no, it's just because of the simple fact that when players, that's why I always respect Pittsburgh. Win, lose, or draw, they stuck with their coaches to get through it all. Yeah, they only had 3 coaches in the last umpteen years.
Oh, you talking about head coach?
Yeah, head coaches. Yeah.
Now, tell me, he's been the most consistent coach. Question: hasn't had a losing season
That's what I'm saying.
in like what 12 years.
That's what I'm saying. But they,
Now he fired the OC though.
yeah. But even when they went 500 that year, they didn't be like, okay, we're gonna get rid of Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not a smart decision. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like give people a chance. Don't forget about what they done. Their tenure there. Like when everything is good, everything is good. But time we have a 2 or 3 losing streak, 2-game losing streak, or we had a bad season, all of a sudden everything that I've done for this franchise or everything I've done as a player for this city is on out the window. I can't stand that. I know it's business, and I know it's all about all the other stuff. I understand that, but I just can't stand to see players and coaches get the hook just because they had a bad moment in time.
Now, one thing I will say that would kind of piggyback to your point. I would say one team that would piggyback to your point. Now, it's a little hit and miss there, but you get my drift. The Broncos, the Denver Broncos, have won 5 straight. They were talking about getting rid of Russell Wilson. They were talking about getting rid of Sean Payton.
I was saying the
they
same
were talking
thing.
about when they was 1-5.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They reeled off 5, and they beat some pretty caliber teams.
Oh yeah.
They, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So now they are different. You know what I mean? I can't say it about the Atlanta Falcons, but you know.
Well.
You know. Now, one team that I look at that kind of makes me I don't know, it confuses me a little bit. It's like a cycle. Every 3 to 4 years they have a good team and they just can never get over a hump, and then they just go downhill after that. And I'm talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are, I think, either 8-3, 7-3 right now.
Yeah.
They're doing great. They're gonna make playoffs, but after this season, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna break up or whatever? Like it's just one of those things. And because they was just as good when Jalen Ramsey was there. They had a top tier defensive team, defensive squad. You know, the offense they had with Bortles, he sucked, but at the same time, like they still was, you know, I think they went up and beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
In their playoff run. So, you know, that team confuses me. And then, do you think the Chiefs? Do you think they're in a Super Bowl lull like right now, or you think they just kind of just?
They can be kind of vulnerable, man. I think they're.
Now one thing I will say, I applaud Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, he that dude. Okay.
No. Not for what you saying.
Yeah.
For taking up for his wide receivers, because his wide receivers are trash.
Oh, well, you know, he's
like them wide receivers are trash. I mean, like how many times can you drop a ball? You get paid to catch it now. Like, so like you can't be like, okay, he don't know what he's talking about. It's hard out here. That's why they pay you millions of dollars.
Well, I can't explain. You know, I never played professional football. I just played football up until high school, so I really can't say what makes them not want to catch it per se. However, that is
you got to spend that money.
Well, I mean, see, this is another thing. You bring it up another point.
Missing Tyreek Hill.
Well, that and the fact of how much of quality of a wide receiver will you get when you got so much money tied into Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? You know like you said, Tyreek Hill. He's probably he's probably going to get a bigger bag because of who he is now. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill is going to he's earned himself a bigger bag now.
Oh yeah, well I mean, you see where the Dolphins at?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which we already knew the Dolphins was on the cusp.
Oh yeah.
Of being a great squad. It's just there was an injury.
Right.
You know, old buddy couldn't walk on the field and stay healthy for a quarter.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so we already knew what they had.
Right.
You know, because they really, to be honest, I would probably I don't think you would disagree with me. I would probably say the Dolphins probably got the best wide receiver core in the league.
Oh yeah. Oh man, absolutely.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
You know, and especially with their running backs coming out the backfield too, like they can
absolutely.
catch too. So I think overall, you know, I think they are missing Tyreek Hill more than what they thought they would.
Yeah, he well. Anytime you have somebody of that magnitude who can run and catch,
Mm-hmm.
who can spread the field out some, and
Mm-hmm.
you have no matter what go on, you have to pay attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that takes away from any kind of scheme you may have had before. So yeah, absolutely.
And I do think Carolina Panthers trash. I do think Jets
Don't. Hey, hold on.
trash.
Why you?
I do think Atlanta
Boy,
Falcons
You see how he whipped his head around looking at you?
trash.
Good God Almighty. Boy,
Who else? Who
You might want to run when we get out of this. This joke look like he about to.
hey.
Look at
They open.
They directing you out the building.
Hey.
Talk about the Carolina Panthers.
Now, teams that I do think that surprise me, Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
They surprised me. Detroit Lions came out. They had a pretty good start. But now they trying to move back into their old ways.
No, I think they still decent, man. Like I said, I mentioned them earlier this year and late last year. I think because they went on that streak last year, I think they showed some major improvements. I think they're doing that going into this year, and I can't remember the head coach name, but he's just done a great job with that team. And I don't think they're gonna win a Super Bowl or nothing like that. I just think they took leaps and bounds for as far as improvement this year.
Well, I mean, you have your top tier teams, right?
Yeah.
You have the Eagles, you have Baltimore, you got the Chiefs, just because they're gonna be in there. And then who's your other two teams that you think?
You said who?
I said Chiefs. I said Baltimore. I said the Eagles. So who is your other teams you think are top tier teams?
Although they went on a losing streak for a little minute, I think the 49ers are still pretty decent.
Oh yeah, I forgot about 49ers.
49ers, I know this is everybody hates to love them. I hate to love to hate them. Excuse me. The Cowboys.
No. The Cowboys not top tier. What we know what they're gonna do. You just got at me about talking about history, but you know their history.
Well, I'm just saying.
How many years it been since they won a championship?
I know you keep bringing it, but I'm saying all I'm going by is what I see now, and I can't say that they're going to lose now. They look pretty good.
They always look good in the regular season. I mean, yeah, come on.
No, but they look better this year than they have, especially even in the last couple of years. They look way
good
better
with
this
Tony
year.
Romo. They still lost.
I don't know about that now. They told me Tony Romo was okay.
I mean, yeah, and then he started getting injured, and then they look even worse. Like it was just one of those things. I mean, but I just need for all the Cowboy fans to just be like, zip it until you actually win first. Cause they always, it's like during the season they always talk 100% cash. Hey, well, I was just saying, they always talk about you a Cowboy fan? Is you a Cowboy fan?
Probably. Actually, no. It's just the fact that you just dogging the Cowboys out.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It was the Carolina Panthers.
Even them, it's like, come on. I mean, look, the Panthers have potential. As a matter of fact, after they done fired Coach Frank,
yeah,
I do believe come next season, if they bring in somebody now, like they did last year, where the coach they had towards the second half of the season, they started winning games, but they didn't keep him, and people were saying they should have kept him.
Well, my thing is this: I haven't, and don't get your pitchforks out or anything. When I say this, I haven't had faith in the Carolina Panthers since Cam Newton. Then what's that other guy that played the linebacker?
Mike Kuechly.
Yeah. Since they left.
I remember. I remember when this joke was talking about the.
I haven't had faith since then.
No, he said if the Carolina going against the bye week, I'm taking the bye week.
True statement though. True statement. I mean, like,
oh man.
Yeah, and he hasn't shown me anything.
But ultimately, in my opinion, I believe they should have kept Coach Rivera.
Oh yeah. He was a staple in that community.
Because like we had Cam Newton, under the leadership of Coach Rivera, along with the squad that they had then, they had a working machine.
Oh
Now it's like they just went down the wayside with what they have now. I mean, 10 losses.
I think y'all gonna have to go get an up and coming like the Dolphins. Like they got old buddy from the Broncos. What is his name? The head coach. Cool, smooth OD. That we wearing the shoes. I forgot his name. I think his name Daniels or something. I don't know.
Oh, but, yeah.
So y'all gonna have to go get somebody that's aspiring to be great. Or y'all gonna have to get a head coach.
Well, also too, Carolina is in the rebuild mode. So it's gonna take a couple of years before, and it's gonna take some draft picks, which they should get some high draft picks this year.
Y'all should got Sean Payton.
Yeah,
Well, you say rebuild, but I call it a correction. Period.
I mean, but a lot of times when you start off with a new quarterback, that's pretty much a rebuild year. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Cam has some left in the tank, but for whatever reason, he didn't pan out when he returned back to Carolina. So
I think there's a lot with that though. I think Cam is he's confident and especially with all the outfits he be wearing. But
I confident.
Yeah. So at the same time, I think his time was up. I think they had a window frame there, and they didn't capitalize on it. And I think that was y'all best chance to actually win a championship in the last, maybe 20 years or so. Maybe.
Well.
No. Y'all had when y'all had Steve Smith.
They did come close to winning. I guess like winning Super Bowl. Back in 2005, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then, sure, they've made. It's like they won NFC championships leading up to the Super Bowl, but it's like they can never finish the job when it comes to the Super Bowl.
Oh no! I wouldn't never put my.
Man, but you can say that. You can say that about a lot of teams. But like I said, that goes back to what I'm saying about what have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? Because once again, from the basic standpoint, owners want to see a return on their investments because of the simple fact they're pouring out a lot of money to build these teams, to build these stadiums, to get fans in the stands, and when they don't see that right away, they have to do something to get people excited. So a lot of times it's about starting over, getting new coaches, getting a new quarterback or franchise player, whatever the case may be. And sometimes it's a process.
I think Tennessee gonna go through a rebuild next.
Oh,
I think Derrick Henry gonna be on the trading block.
Well,
I think they're gonna get rid of him.
Oh, by the way, side note, that post on Facebook from the Panthers, you're looking to the comments section. People are saying, yeah, they may have it's like y'all may have got rid of the coach, but get rid of the owner.
That's like the Atlanta Falcons with Arthur though.
Yeah.
And he ain't gonna, and that's just like the Dallas Cowboys with Jerry. Like they ain't going nowhere.
You can't get rid of the owners unless you do.
Okay, well, yeah, you can't get rid of them because you have to sell the team.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to get rid of them. But I think those teams have been longing for a championship, and like with Atlanta, Tom Brady. But it's just one of those one of those situations. Now, one thing I
never let that down, boy.
Oh, and I don't even.
They would never let that down, boy.
I don't even. The Tom Brady situation. He beat my team back in like 2003, but
you're not referring to the blown Super Bowl game, was it?
Yeah, I don't want to bring that up no more.
28-7. Oh, you an Atlanta Falcons fan?
Of course I am.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even open up a sore wound, but they suck. Like, how do you let somebody come back 28-7? Like literally, 28-7, man. Like literally, and then y'all knew that was the only chance y'all had in like 50 years.
Yeah, Nate, you do have a Georgia address, don't you?
No, I don't actually.
You.
so I mean,
I was gonna say because for the ones who see this, they're gonna run you out of town. Well, we're just run you out of the state.
No. I'm already out of state. I go out of state anyway. So I don't have to worry about it. But
no. I meant permanently out the state. I'm out the state.
Permanently? Oh, nah.
Yeah.
I get my.
I'm just letting you the producer talk, right?
No. I'm just saying,
I'm not.
So hold on. So we never got this answer from you. So what do you think the Atlanta Falcons need besides maybe some New Jerseys or something. I don't know. Like, what do you think that they need? What is your observation on the dumpster Falcons? Like, what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Atlanta Falcons. So what is your observation on that?
They need the whole. Well, they need a lot of pieces, man. They need a receiving core. They need a D line. They definitely need the quarterback improvement. They need a secondary.
Who y'all quarterback right now?
Ritter from Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
However, the other quarterback played well until he got a hamstring injury, and I can't even think of his name now.
I thought y'all had Mariota at one point.
We did last year.
Oh, okay.
But that's
I had all the quarterback that lost to Georgia.
but I'm saying, but that was Mariota. I guess that was the only thing that they had that they could pick up at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I just, however, you got an available quarterback that's out there looking for a job, and they won't give it to him. So, NFL, Colin Kaepernick.
I think it's over with.
But he would have been better. It's over with now, but I'm just saying he would have been a better pick than Marcus Mariota right now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because Colin Kaepernick, he done been out for a while, man. That game.
I'm just even being out for a while. I just think he would have been better than the options they got right now.
I mean, maybe it's like I'm not a big person on that Colin Kaepernick. Like,
even outside of that, we all know he's outside of the NFL for other reasons. So we're not even.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying because he done been out for so long.
Oh yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? Like the game speed, like it's different to go out there with stick figures and throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like had them training procedures and stuff like that. But it's I don't know. I think y'all just need to draft well. I think y'all draft how y'all been drafting has pretty much been.
Well, we in my opinion, we drafted okay, but even with that being said, those draft picks don't stay. Like the linebacker Jones that we had, he didn't stay.
I mean, a lot of people didn't stay.
Yeah, it's a good bit of people. I said we draft well and see we get them good for other teams. I think we do. We draft pretty well and then we get them better for other teams, and they end up going somewhere else. Like Kyle Pitts, he's pretty decent, but if he, and that's another thing too. I don't understand how, and this is just for any team, but how you have these great players and y'all can't find creative ways to get them the ball. I never understood.
I don't think they want to spend their money.
Dude, you got this high draft pick. Now, granted, Kyle Pitts has been hurt. But even with that being said, how can you not get him the ball? You know what I'm saying?
I think y'all too busy trying to get Ludacris, T.I.
to come out the stands.
Yeah, come out the stands. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what y'all focusing on. Who gonna be at the club and who gonna be out there? I mean, y'all even had Young Thug. He had a suite out there. You see where he at now. So I think it's one of those things. You know what I mean? Like I think y'all focus on entertainment than anything else. You know what I mean? Like I think it's got to be a change in management.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? I think that's the only way y'all gonna win. Y'all gonna have to, pretty much get y'all front office together for y'all to be able to succeed.
Well, the unfortunate thing about being a Falcons fan is the fact of
it ain't gonna happen.
No, I'm not even mentioning that. Win, lose, or draw.
I mean, hold on. So how many?
I'm a Falcons fan regardless.
What is the year though? Like,
I'm telling you, man, you're gonna wind up in another zip code.
Hey, tell me, like, what is the year of prep before y'all can get right? Like, what is the rebuild?
I have no. They seem like they've been rebuilding since the Super Bowl, so I don't know.
I mean, you're right. I mean, really, to be honest, y'all only have. I mean, think about it. Y'all had 2 good seasons since what? Michael Vick left? Because even with Matty Ice, y'all was just subpar. Because y'all always talked about he couldn't end the game or he always turned the ball over.
I mean, it's so many different factors. A lot of it is the player Matt Ryan, and then you're talking about also too in that short span of time he had 3 4 different offensive coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, so the man had to learn a whole new offense to like 3-4 years in a row. I mean, so
I hear people say that, but don't they get paid millions of dollars?
yeah, that's what everybody says. But it's not. It's you play football, man. You know how it is. You got to learn terminology. Everybody wants to implement their own system, and then the roster changes as far as receivers and all that kind of stuff. So it's
So
more.
so you basing off the front office. Okay.
So it's just
I see you getting frustrated.
I'm just
I seen a tear come
that's
out your eye.
that's the reality of the game,
Like-
man. It's the reality of the game.
I didn't mean to bring
people
it
who
up.
people
I'm
who
sorry.
people who say that
I'm
who
sorry.
go to the money first. That's the argument they have because they don't
James Harden, I am the system.
they don't understand the game itself. It's first of all, it's the business, regardless of what they say.
Oh yeah, it's always gonna be a business. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whenever you got nepotism involved, whenever you got
big words. Okay, all right.
the buddy system, there's
Right.
people. There's people who in the NFL who got jobs because somebody was a friend of somebody,
Oh yeah.
and a lot of those coaches shouldn't be coaches. You know what I'm saying? They just in there because somebody said, "Hey, I got somebody who needs a job."
Steve Nash.
You know what I'm saying? A perfect example. But it's just and it's just it's that's part of it. That's not the sole reason. Some of it has to do with the talent around them. Some of it has to do with players are not, playing up to their potential. So it's a number of things. So it's not just one specific thing, but it's a number of things that contribute to why teams don't do well as they should have or should be.
I don't think I asked you this before. Who do you think is the MVP right now? Or the lead front runner for MVP in the NFL right now?
Shoot, that's a good question. I mean,
I know I hit you off.
no, I mean, but you can make an argument for a few guys, man. You talking about Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and I hate to people might even not agree with this. I know you won't, but even Dak Prescott. I mean,
What's up?
I mean, the man is second in QBR in the NFL right now.
Regular
And his
season.
team, I mean, it don't matter. It's the regular. The MVP is a regular season MVP. Right?
He's a regular season champion.
Well, I'm just saying. You asked me about,
I'm just saying he's a regular season champion.
but I'm just saying you can make an argument for that. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
You can make an argument. It may not be a strong argument. But you can make an argument.
I would say Jalen Hurts, just because of where his team at. I'm a big believer in the team component, and your will to change a whole environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Eagles have that. Now, granted, he has a lot of help, with the defense and everything. But I think, because I really thought Cincinnati was going to do better than what they did this year. Obviously, Joe Burrow's hurt, but that's been a thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's been like he's been there maybe 4 seasons. I think it's 4 seasons, and he's been hurt for 2 of them.
Well, he had a major injury like his first year with that knee, and then now it was his hand, and something else happened. So he's been off and on with injuries. Yeah, but
That's gotta hurt.
when he plays though, JB plays. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and I think that would be. I think hot take. I think Chase gonna end up leaving.
See that's another problem, and I hate to see that happen if it does. Because
they was already beefing when he was there. You know that, right?
No, I have no idea.
Because he was like he wouldn't get enough touches. Nah, rightfully so. He should have been.
Well, see again, whose fault is that he's not getting touches? Is that the
OC?
the OC, or is it again, like I said, how do you get guys who all these talent? Y'all don't find creative ways to get the ball. Now I understand that defenses come up with schemes to stop that. However, if I was an OC and I studied the game to that point and I realized, okay, this is my top player and I know they're gonna try to stop him with these schemes that they have based on what we do, why don't I change it up some sort of way to make sure I get the ball into my best player's hand?
I think that's why OCs get fired, huh?
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
But I haven't coached professionally, I understand coaching based on what I know and what I've coached before. However, I just think you have to be able to think outside your own box. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to change up the game a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why am I coming to practice doing the same thing that everybody's seen on film already? You know what I'm saying?
Well. I will say this. Given the fact that depending on certain situations that you're in, people don't want to talk about it, but like you said, it is a business and the money factor coming to it.
Mm-hmm.
So incentives are played into the factor too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, a lot of times at the end of the year, they sit players and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
what we in like 11th or 12th game?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so that does come in the factor, but I when you start doing that type of stuff, you know what I mean? That's one of them things like what's that guy that got caught up in that? I think it was the Dolphins, wasn't it?
Mm.
When they got caught up, they were talking about they was pretty much giving up games, like they was what's the right word I'm looking for? They
Tanking?
was tanking, yeah, and they got fined for it.
Mm.
So I mean those things are real in the NFL. So I think that's why a lot of people like college football a lot more because it's more real. But
We see y'all, son.
yeah. But hey, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. We still will. What show are we at, producer?
We are. This is actually 20.
All right, so we got 4 more episodes until our 25th episode, and we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something special.
That's gonna be a milestone, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're gonna do something special for that. So make sure y'all tune in.
Please do.
Like, share, subscribe. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Hey, make sure y'all look out for us. And we appreciate y'all. Y'all keep it in, and y'all stick it out. Appreciate it.
Man to man.
Yo. Yo, this is the Man to Man Sports Podcast. Y'all know how we do it. I'm Nate, and we got Mr. Man over here. What you got for him, Mr. Man?
Man, I just thank y'all for tuning in with us. Y'all continue to stay with us, continue to support us. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all with everything in us, man. We starting to get this thing off the ground. Y'all continue to follow Man to Man, like, follow, share, and subscribe to everything that we got going on, man. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the feedback. And please keep it coming. We love y'all.
We out.
Man to Man.